So the first thing that I wanted to cover is how to get rid of this comment section if you don't want to have it at all on your site. It's actually really simple with Divi here. You can just go back here to the dashboard and go to Divi Theme Options. And then we'll go over to Layout here. And then it says Show Comments on Post. And we're just going to click Disable to do that. And we'll save the changes. You'll see that check mark on our screen. If we go back here and we refresh, we'll see that it's gone completely. Now let's say you wanted to add some different changes to this post. We can just go back here and we'll go to where it says this area here below. If we just scroll down a little bit, we can change again the categories if we want. We can add more categories, and that's helpful for basically SEO related reasons or helping your users that are viewing your blog find what they're looking for. We can add tags as well to help with that. So you might have a category called animals with a tag called sheep if there was a sheep image that maybe you were showing off, or the articles about sheep or animals, and then lion for the tag. Like we have a picture of a lion as well in one of these posts. So that's what you could use the tag for, to give them a more accurate description of what you're showing off. Now if we go here, we can also do things like, if I'm just going to go to YouTube real quickly, and I'll just go to my channel and just click on it. And if I have a video that I wanted to embed, I'll just go to a video that I uploaded pretty recently here. And to embed this video on the site, what you can do is click on where it says Share, Embed, and it will give you a code, and you can just copy this code. And you can do this with any YouTube video, pretty much any video at least. And then we'll go to where it says Text. Now this is the visual side, what it looks like on a site, and this is where you would write any code, like HTML, CSS. You can write it in here. Now let's say I wanted to have a video in here. I'll just put it near the bottom and I'll paste that code in that we just got over here from the embed section underneath the YouTube video. And then if I wanted to just click update, we can see what it will look like now within a post. It should be in this area right after this X period. So let's just refresh, and there it is. Now we have a YouTube video embedded right within our blog posts. Now there's lots of other things that you can do here within this post itself. You can actually go here and you can go back to the visual side and use a lot of these different features to add text. If you want certain text on the site, let's say you want to make this a header 1, you can do that. Now it's this large text to start off. That could kind of be like your title. And then if you wanted to maybe make a quote out of this, you can highlight this text and then click on where it says block quote, and it will basically bring the text in like it is a quote. You can do bold, italic, so let's just bold some of this text here. I'll just bold right here. Oops, I zoomed in. Sorry about that. I bolded that. Now let's say I italicize this. If you want to, you can have bullet list, numbered list. You can center the contact, align it to the left, center or right. Now that can come in handy. So let's just say I have some text here, and I'm going to actually break this up a little more. I'll put this here. Actually, I'm going to make it a larger paragraph before I do any of that. So I'm going to copy this. I'm just going to copy it a few times in here to drive the point home. So let's just put this right here, and I just want to make a image go within where this text is at. Now I want the image to be to the left of this text of this paragraph here. So if I click on Add Media, and then I'll choose an image from the media library here, and I'll just choose a basic image of this guy, let's say, and I'll click Insert into Post. What I can do is click on this guy. I'll actually show you what it looks like first. I'll just update it, and I'll show you what it looks like before I change how the image is sitting. So if I just refresh, you see the text is down here, and it looks kind of funky. It doesn't really look good because it's not near the image. It's just kind of cut off. And what we can do is we can go down here, click on the image itself, and then we click this Align Left, and now this text wraps right alongside of it. We'll click Update. And this isn't always exactly accurate what you're seeing here within this text area, but if we refresh, we'll see that it does look pretty good and it wraps right around the image itself. And that's how you can wrap your text around an image. Now if you want to add more text or different things to the text, let's say you wanted to add a link here, and I'm going to just change this to say Google, and if I go over this text, I can choose to add a link. So if we click on this one, insert, edit link, and I'm going to just click on link options. I'm going to have it say google.com, and the link text says Google, and I'm going to click to open the link in a new tab, and then I'll click add link. So now we see that's blue. If I just update this, go back here to the front, and again I'm going to refresh, we're going to see that now Google, that's our link color on the site. We'll just click it and it will open up Google in a new tab. And that is how you add a link. If you want to remove that link, you can easily just scroll down, hover over it, and you can basically click remove link there or remove link up here. So there's a couple options. Now to have all these bottom row options enabled, you need to click on this toolbar toggle, and that opens and closes this options down here. So let's say I wanted to add a few more options. I went over the strike through earlier for the pricing. This horizontal line here is a way that you can actually break up content. So let's say you wanted to break up the content after this block quote here. You can actually go and add a horizontal line right here. And you see that little light gray line that comes into place. You can look at that. We'll just update it to show you what it looks like. There should be this line right below this text here. And now I'll refresh, and now you'll see that there's this line breaking it up. That's a nice way to break up text, in my opinion. Kind of like I was showing earlier when we use different colors like a lighter gray and a white to break up sections on the site. You can use this to also break up sections as well. It doesn't just have to be used within a blog post. It's also very common to use to break up sections as well. So that's another thing you can do there. If you want to, you can also change colors. So let's just say I want to change a few words colors here. You can go to this, click text color, and I'll just make it something that's going to stand out a bit. I'll make it this blue color, and you can update that to see what it would look like. And once this updates, we can refresh. And I'll just click refresh, and now we can see if we scroll down that there's this blue text color, and you can change the text colors throughout. I'm not going to get into all these, but there is an undo and a redo section as well here if you do mess something up and you want to change it. And another thing I wanted to point out with posts here is you can actually change posts. So if I wanted to create a new post, I'll just show you here. I'll go to post, add new, and if I was going to basically publish a post, I could choose this option here and click edit. Instead of publish immediately, I can click edit, and I can choose a later date and time to publish this. And this is where your time zone within the settings, general, I believe it is, section comes into play, where you can change the time for when it goes live. So if you're on the East Coast of the United States and you want it to go at 10 a.m., then it'll go at 10 a.m. You don't want it to go, at 3 a.m. instead of 10 a.m. and then have no one even see it until way later on in the day. You want it to go live when people are actually going to have their eyes on and be more likely to see it. So you can change this publish time and the date if there's certain days you want to publish on. A lot of people like to get in a schedule of posting like once or twice a week with their blogs and be consistent with it, so then the readers kind of know what to expect over time. So I'm just going to cancel that for now, but I also wanted to show you that you can save your drafts as well and publish in the future. And it's nice to write a bunch of blog posts and kind of space them out over time. That way you can just knock out a lot one day if you're feeling like writing, and then kind of get a lot built up so you don't have to keep feeling like you have to make a blog post every week. It's not a great feeling. So I know definitely from experience about that. So I would say that that's a nice thing to take advantage of here. And if I just go back here, you can see some of the changes that we made. There's the bolded text, the italicized. There's also the colors as well, the video, the horizontal row, the link, the image with the text wrapped around it. There's a lot of things you can change. And I also will just go into how to start changing things on this sidebar as well here if you don't like some of these options.